I don't know, man. I'm not gauging all that stuff, you know. I mean, truth be with it, man. I did a lot of things wrong in my life. Okay, I had a lot of problems. It took me a long time to come to grips with. Okay, I have said a lot of things that were wrong. I have twisted a lot of things in my favor, and that was wrong. Bottom line is this: there is no one on this planet, or ever has been, that had the ring psychology that I had, that could do an interview like I did. And if I had not been so caught up in alcohol and drugs, that could have reached the pinnacle. I mean, I'm at the pinnacle and I was screwed up. I'm at the top, but I effed up. I was told once, Jake, what we hate about you is we don't know when you're screwed up, because you still go out and do your job. I cut Jake's throat, all right? And maybe I had to, because Jake was killing me. You know, Jake was so honed in on proving something to a father that did not really care what I achieved, that I pushed my family behind. I did what I had to do to get to the next day, and that was wrong. And I apologize to my fans out there. I apologize to WWE, the WWF, and most of all Vince McMahon, because Vince knew what talent I had, and he had plans beyond my thoughts, but I didn't give a shit. All I wanted to do was survive the next day, and that was completely wrong. And again, I apologize to all of you out there, and kids, if you're at home listening to this, please do not try to be like Jake, because it damn near killed me, okay? And I passed a lot of things in life by, and I'm not talking about business, I'm talking about family and children and grandchildren, that I walked right by, man, because I was so hung up on getting high or just getting by the next day. And I'll say this up front, too, about drugs. They say, why did you do cocaine and why did you do pot, why did you do pills? Because I liked the shit. God damn, it was good. But what happens is that's the demon and the devil in drugs and alcohol. It is fun the first few times. It might be fun the first 5 years. But at some point, that shit turns on you. And all of a sudden, you're not doing it as a recreational thing. It becomes a necessity in your life to when you wake up, you have to have it to get out of bed. And my friend, let me tell you something. If you don't believe anything I've ever said, believe this. It friggin' sucks to be an addict. I've never met an addict in my life that said, you know, Jake, when I was growing up, I thought to myself, I want to grow up and die in the gutter and be an addict and just waste everything. No. Nobody ever plans that. It just happens. And thank God that I'm still alive, man. I'm still alive. And my days are better. And I'm seeing my grandkids, and I'm seeing my children, and trying to develop relationships. I had to bury my father, which really sucked. My father, when he was in his prime, he weighed 400 pounds and was 7 foot tall. When I buried him, he weighed 150 friggin' pounds, man, wearing a stinking friggin' diaper. Did not know who he was or who I was. That's life. That's life. And now I'm taking care of my mother, and I've been blessed with grandchildren, and I got a couple of grandkids that are fighting for their lives, man. They were born, they weighed 1.8 ounces or 1.11. And you know what sucks about life the most is that you cannot take the place of your child or your grandchildren and say, God, why don't you take me instead of them? It don't work that way. Now, enough of that bullshit. Let's get to something real.
Yeah, sure. Mike K.O., go ahead, buddy.
All right, I mean, obviously, you know, you've certainly, as you just took us through, you've been through some lows, but you've also been through incredible highs. obviously your talent was, is unmatched. When did you know that you were that good? When did you know that you weren't wrestling wasn't just something you wanted to do?
I still don't know. I went through a lot when I was a kid, man, and that's what turns you into the animal that you are today is your beginnings. I mean, it's just like a plant, man. If you plant a tree and you don't water something, chances are it's not going to grow very well. If you abuse it, you cut it, you snap it, you whatever, you build weeds around it, it's not going to grow that well. It's not going to produce fruit. My childhood beginning was brutal, was frigging brutal. Went through a lot of things that kids should not have to go through, but there are a lot of kids out there that do go through it. And you kids, if you've out there, if you've been touched, if you've been abused, go to somebody, tell somebody it's not your fault. Okay? Do that, kids. Call me. Get on the web and get to me. I will talk to you, man, about this crap. It twists your mind. It makes you hate. It makes you lie. I have often thought that because of being abused when I was young and going through some horrific things, you learn to lie real quick. Okay? You learn to hide things real quick because you don't want to go to school and people see the bruises on you, the cuts on you, or whatever. So you hide. And really, that's where the snake thing came from, man, is I didn't want people to ask me about me, so therefore I dumped a 10-foot snake on the floor, and guess what? You don't want to know about me. You want to know about that damn snake there. What the hell is this shit? Okay? I hid behind that. It's my thinking was that I was a great storyteller simply because I learned to lie early in my life. I learned to blow off the fact that I'm wearing shirts made out of somebody else's used curtains to school, when I was a kid. And yet my father was a big professional wrestler. Yeah, he was a big professional wrestler. Didn't give a shit about me. Right? But yet, from the kids' point of view, they were like, man, your dad is like 7 foot tall. He's like, man, he's on television. He just started. How come he doesn't ever come to see you? Doesn't he love you? Well, I learned how to lie about that, didn't I? And I think by learning how to lie at an early age, you learn how to tell stories, you learn how to do interviews, you learn how to project a different persona than what you are because the truth friggin' hurts.
Yeah,
you guys are getting a damn good interview. I'll charge you for this shit.
Yeah, we're just letting you go. You're amazing. This is by far one of the greatest interviews we've ever done. Jake, you are an amazing guest, dude. We got more questions, but dude, you're answering questions we're not even answering. This is amazing. Dude.
I'm sorry, you got 5 minutes left, and I got to talk to you about something else.
Yeah,
if somebody had told Jake Roberts he'd been doing yoga at age 57, I'd have said, yoga? Is that a different form of cocaine? What the hell is that? Because I've never had any yoga cocaine. Yes, I am.
DDP? Is it DDP yoga? We had DDP on just recently, man. He
sucks
on that.
He sucks, but I do it right. From now on, it's going to be called Jake Yoga. Screw DDP. Okay. DDP, DDT, whatever. Okay. Let's get the real deal out here. No, man. Him and I hooked up years ago, man, and he came to me and wanted me to teach him how to teach him how to become good at wrestling. And I said, man, you're kind of old to be doing this shit now. You're like 37, brother. He's like, yeah, that's what Ric Flair said. I said, Flair told you couldn't do it? And he goes, yep. I said, well, guess what? I'm moving in with you. I'll teach you because I hate that son of a bitch. Okay? And I did. And he came to me just 2.5 months ago and said, hey, brother, what's going on, man? I'm like, brother, I'm on my last leg, man. I'm ready to go, man. Because you get depressed, man. you get beat down, you look back, you hate yourself because of what you didn't do or what you did do. But usually both. And I was just fed up with life, man. Frick, you know, I was 300, a little over 300 pounds, you know. And when I was wrestling full time, I was like 240, you know, 241 hard, 240 soft. But anyway, that's a different story anyway. You guys are slow. God damn, you're slow.
No,
anyway.
I'm trying not to laugh on air, dude. I'm laughing away from my microphone. You got me.
Right. And you're touching yourself too, you piece of shit. Anyway, and that's okay. Just send me a check in the mail. But anyway, he says, man, why don't you try this yoga? I'm like, do you smoke it or do you snort it? You know? No, it is yoga. Okay. Right, Dallas, you know. Yeah, F you, dude. Yeah, I might be high. I might not be high, but I might be high. And I still ain't fall for yoga. And he told me to check this dude out, man, that he'd helped, you know. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the veteran, the former parachute.
Yeah, man. I hate that bastard. I hate him, man. I've lost almost 25 pounds.
That's awesome, man.
Almost
Listen, it
25
works.
pounds.
It's legit. We always bust
it is so legit, man. It pisses me off, though. Jesus Christ, man. If cocaine was that legit, I'd still be high from the first shit I took. You know, this is the real deal, man, and I'm getting flexibility back. Man, I was to the point I was having to ice myself down every night. And I'm not talking about my nuts either. I'm talking about my neck and everything else, okay? Just so I could sit in a chair and watch television, I had to ice myself down. That's screwed. Okay? I had a hard time walking. I couldn't bend my hands. I'm all these meds and stuff. I mean, this may sound strange, but my doctor said I may have had a couple of concussions.
Just a few.
Really? 37 years of wrestling. Let me think. If I had one a year, that's 37 concussions, and chances are I had 10, 15, 30, 40 a year. And I do have problems up there, man. I know that. And the doctors are helping me, but I will say this, and please don't tell that son of a bitch this. My body feels so much better since I started doing this yoga shit. I almost feel gay. and I'm damn near ready to suck. Well, never mind. I'm damn near ready to make a comeback. No, I've lost 25 pounds, man, and my goal is to lose 70 pounds. And I can see that goal happening now, man. You know, when I first got the diet and shit, I'm like, screw this shit, man. This is bullshit. And now I'm going through the diet, man. It ain't bad, man. I'm actually like learning to like real food instead of just, you know, wheat and oats and some hay, you know. I'm eating the right things. I'm feeling better. My mind's better. My mind's sharper. My hands don't hurt like they did. My feet don't hurt like they did. I can actually move them. And I don't know, man. I told Dallas the biggest change was I actually thought that one of my feet had 6 toes. But it wasn't the 6 toes, my penis, and I hadn't seen that for a few years.
Oh, the dick joke. That dick joke brought this interview full circle. You know, I don't feel like there couldn't be a better place to end this than on a dick joke, Jake. There you go, man. That's
where I gotta go, man.
Yeah,
I love you guys, man. Let's do it again. You guys buy my book because it's getting close. It's getting close. I've got 600 pages. I've got 600 pages done, man.
Tell everybody where they can find anything about you, man.
In hell, where can they find anything about me? Check your post office, Tim Most Wanted. Other than that, Jake Roberts on Facebook, man. Oh. Because, again, I've got 600 pages of a book down, man, and I've got about probably 250 left. So guess what? It's going to be a thick damn book. But here's the good thing. It's just about me, nobody else. That'll be fucking different. Oh, I mean, friggin' different.
Absolutely that. At DDT. Awesome, man. Listen, thank you so much, Jake. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Let's do it again.